Hello everyone. I'm Hana, and welcome back to Hana's Japan Radio. Oh my gosh, okay, I am so happy you're here today because, wait, first, how are you doing? I hope you're cozy wherever you're listening right now. Maybe you have a warm drink, maybe you're on the train, maybe you're just lying in bed with your headphones in. Whatever you're doing, I'm really glad you're here with me. So today we are talking about something that is genuinely so close to my heart. We're talking about Japanese school life. And not just like the textbooks and uniforms part, I want to talk about the club activities, the culture, the little rituals that make Japanese school feel like its own whole world, you know? Because it really is. When I think back to my school days here in Kyoto, I get this warm fuzzy feeling in my chest. And also a little tired feeling, honestly. Haha, okay, so, let's get into it. So first, let me paint you a picture of a typical Japanese school morning. It starts early. Like, really early. Most Japanese middle and high school students wake up around 6 in the morning. 6. And then you have to factor in the commute, because a lot of students don't live right next to their school. Some kids take the train, some take the bus, some ride their bicycles. I used to ride my bike to my middle school, and I still remember the feeling of cycling through the quiet Kyoto streets in the early morning, the air still a little cold, the sky this pale peach color, and passing by the old wooden machiya houses, that's what we call those traditional Kyoto townhouses, and feeling like, okay, the day is starting. There's something almost peaceful about it before the chaos begins. And then you get to school and, okay, so here's one of the first things that might surprise people from other countries. When you enter a Japanese school building, you change your shoes. Yes, really. You have your outdoor shoes, and then at the entrance, we call it the genkan, you swap into your uwabaki, which are these soft indoor slippers, usually white. Every student has a little cubby for their outdoor shoes. I wonder if it's similar in your country? Because I've talked to so many international friends who find this completely baffling at first. But it makes so much sense if you think about it, you're keeping the outside dirt, outside. The school stays so clean this way. Now, the school day itself is pretty structured. Classes typically start around 8:30 or 8:45, and you'll have maybe 6 or 7 periods in a day. Each class is usually 50 minutes. You study the regular subjects, Japanese, math, English, science, history, and so on. But one thing I love about Japanese schools is that students don't really move between classrooms for every subject. In most middle and high schools, your homeroom class, your kumi, stays together in one room, and the teachers move to you. So you spend all day with the same 30 to 40 classmates. And honestly, that creates such a strong bond. Those are your people. You know all their habits, their little quirks, who falls asleep in which class, who always has snacks hidden in their bag. Haha. Oh. And speaking of the classroom, cleaning time. This is something I think is really beautiful about Japanese school culture. We call it sujijikan, cleaning time. Every day, usually after lunch, students clean their own school. No janitors coming in while you're there. The students sweep the hallways, wipe down the desks, clean the bathrooms, yes, the bathrooms too, everything. And you do it together. I have this really vivid memory from my first year of middle school, and I was assigned bathroom cleaning duty, and I was I was very, not thrilled about this. But my friend Akane was with me and she made it into this whole game, and we were laughing so hard while we cleaned, and by the end I actually felt proud. Like, we maintain this space. It's ours. I think that teaches something really important about community and responsibility that you carry with you even as an adult. Lunch is also special. In elementary school and most middle schools, lunch is delivered to the classroom, we call it kyushoku. It's a school lunch program, and it's actually really nutritious and carefully planned. You get rice, soup, a main dish, milk. Some days it would be curry, some days it would be yakizakana, grilled fish, with miso soup, and the smell would just drift through the whole hallway. Students take turns serving lunch to each other wearing little white aprons and face masks. It's adorable, honestly. And you eat together as a class. But okay, now we get to the part one I'm most excited to talk about. Club activities. Bukatsu. Oh, bukatsu holds such a special place in my heart, I don't even know where to start. So in Japanese middle and high schools, most students join at least one club. These clubs meet almost every day after school, and sometimes on weekends too. And when I say almost every day, I mean it. Japanese club culture is intense. It is passionate. It is dedicated. Some clubs practice for 3-4 hours after school. Athletes especially. I have friends who were in the baseball club or the track club and they would be at school until 6 or 7 in the evening, then go home, do homework, sleep, and do it all again. It sounds exhausting and honestly it is, but the friendships you build in that environment are unbreakable. Clubs are divided into two main types. You have the sports clubs, we call them undobu, things like soccer, basketball, volleyball, kendo, judo, swimming. And then you have the cultural clubs, bunkeikai, which cover things like music, art, drama, tea ceremony, calligraphy, manga drawing, cooking, broadcasting, the list goes on and on. There really is something for everyone. I was in the broadcasting club. Haha, yes, so maybe that explains this show a little bit. In our club, we called it the Hosobiyu, we made announcements over the school intercom, we produced little programs for school events, we even made a short audio drama once for the school festival. Oh, the school festival, we call it bunkasai, that is a whole other topic I could talk about for hours. But basically it's this incredible event where every class and every club prepares something to share. Plays, haunted houses, food stalls, exhibitions. The energy is electric. I remember my second year of high school, our broadcasting club did a live radio-style program during the bunkasai, interviewing other clubs and playing music, and I was so nervous my hands were actually shaking on the microphone. But when it went well and people laughed at our jokes and applauded, I still get goosebumps thinking about it. That feeling of creating something together and sharing it with your whole school community, it's irreplaceable. Now I also want to talk about the senpai and kohai relationship in clubs, because this is so important to understanding Japanese club culture. Senpai means your senior, someone older or more experienced than you. Kohai means your junior. When you join a club as a first-year student, you are the kohai. And the senpai are kind of like your mentors. They teach you the ropes, they set the standard, and you respect them deeply. In return, when you become a senpai in your second and third year, you take care of your kohai. This hierarchy might sound strict, and it can be, but the beautiful side of it is this incredible sense of continuity. Skills, traditions, culture passing from one generation of students to the next, year after year, in the same club, the same room, the same school. I remember one of my senpai in the broadcasting club, a third year named Yoshida-san, who had this incredibly warm radio voice, and she was so patient with me when I kept stumbling over my words in practice. She'd just smile and say, "Again, Hana. You've got it." And I thought, when I'm a senpai, I want to be like her. I want to make my kohai feel that safe and supported. And I really tried to. I hope I did. There's also this bittersweet moment at the end of third year in high school, or sometimes earlier, around the time of entrance exams, when the third year students retire from their clubs. We call it intai. And it is genuinely emotional. There's usually a ceremony, and the third years stand in front of their club members and give these heartfelt speeches, and everyone cries. Everyone. The tough basketball captain crying in front of his team. The quiet art club girl who never said much, suddenly saying everything. I went to my senpai sentai ceremony and I absolutely could not hold it together. Something about watching people you admire pass on what they love and say goodbye, it's just so moving. I think Japanese school life, when you look at it as a whole, is really built around this idea of belonging. Your class is your family. Your club is your family. Your senpai guide you, your kohai need you. Even the cleaning, even the shared lunches, it's all building this sense of, we are in this together. And yes, the pressure is real. The exams are real. The long hours are real. But woven through all of it is this incredibly tight-knit culture of community that I think shapes Japanese people in ways we don't even fully realize until we're older and looking back. I wonder sometimes, what was school like for you? Did you have clubs? Did you have a senpai who changed the way you thought about something? Did you have a friend you met in a classroom you shared every day for a year who you still talk to now? I'd love to know, honestly. Send me a message, leave a comment, find me somewhere. I am genuinely so curious about how school feels different and similar across the world. Because at the end of the day, I think school is where so many of us figure out who we are. It's messy and tiring and sometimes really hard, but it's also full of these little golden moments that stay with you forever. The morning bike rides through quiet streets. The friend who makes even bathroom cleaning funny. The senpai who believed in your shaky, nervous voice. I'm so grateful for all of it. Okay, that's it for today's episode of Hana's Japan Radio. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It genuinely means the world. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend who loves Japan, or who's curious about it, or who just needs something warm to listen to today. I'm Hana, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mata ni, see you soon. Take care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.